We're back in business after about 5 minutes of charging on the battery, which went dead when I started to make this commentary. This is the Knik River, about 35 miles north of Anchorage, and this is a good place for us to stop and take a shower and go to bed, get up a little early, and go into Anchorage in the morning. And the mountains happen to be covered with some clouds. It's been just a little bit rainy this evening, but we had a nice steak fry a little bit ago, and we just hate to see this vacation coming to a close. Only about 3 or 4 more days and we'll be back on the plane.
I'm going to have to get a new car.
We're now at the Chukach State Park, 25 miles north of Anchorage, and we've taken about a 30-mile off the highway trip to a dead-end road just to get a few pictures, so we have yet to see what's ahead at this nature lodge. We've decided to follow this trail down to Eagle River and see what it looks like down at Eagle River, so we'll share it with you. This is a story of the salmon coming up these streams.
I'm freezing to death, and all you're doing is killing yourself.
There aren't any salmon running through here right now, but this looks suspiciously like it could be the carcass of one that's not yet been deteriorated. The reason I've turned the camera on now is not for the scenery, but so you'll listen for the birds. I hope you can hear them.
Well, I'll just walk on up.
Going back uphill to the nature center.
Left.
One I want to know is, how do mosquitoes go through the window? How do they? No. It's the same way they did in Jurassic Park.
It's $1.20.
This picture is just to illustrate that there's mountains all around Anchorage, and we're right across the street right now from the airport where we'll be leaving in a couple of days. It's Saturday evening. This picture is taken to illustrate that we are completely surrounded 360 degrees by airplanes. There's helicopters, there's the commercial international flights, there's any number of planes around this Lake Hood and another lake. There's two lakes in a row that we're looking at right now, and there's just nothing but air transportation, because that's basic to our country, and there is my beautiful wife. Let's go back across the lake with a little zoom this time, just to illustrate. Parking room for your planes must be in a premium for several miles around here, because they're parked on both sides of the road and parked out on the lake. There's your mountains in the background again. And incidentally, as you look at this beautiful weather, I just want to mention that I've been told 4 or 5 times that this is the first day in 2 weeks that it hasn't rained in Anchorage. We've been in an area where it's not rained the previous 2 weeks or a week and a half. I simply cannot take pictures here because the mosquitoes are just chewing on me right now. You got to interpret this.
Hey, they're hard. Phew. Real hard body, and so are you.
Anchorage.
Huh.
We have some things in common, but here the dented land seems to be extra beautiful. It lines the highways and gives a beautiful yellow color all along the highways. There are other borders along the highways. Some are yellow, some are blue, some are red, so it makes quite a variety of color. I haven't focused on them. And sometimes you get a beautiful location like this to spend the night, and with permission from the local Elks Club in Eagle, near Eagle River. So we just appreciate the price, free. We've not spent 1 cent on camping, but this is the only place that we've camped that's had this kind of scenery. Just thought you'd like to see the parameter of our views that we're enjoying here. Here's a moose just on the edge of Anchorage. Here's a look of downtown Anchorage. It's a city of about same size as Cincinnati. And there are some very attractive buildings as you get down into the city. This is 250,000, so except for these two cities, everything's down to say 20,000 and much, much less. Well, it looks to me like it's time to go. And here's another picture of Alaska. I mean of Anchorage. And this is the Hilton Hotel. On a clear day, you can see Mount McKinley from this place, I'm told. We saw these marine mammals all the way along the trip on the inside passage while we were on the ferry, but they're too quick to get a picture of. So I just have to give you a picture right now. We saw a humpback whale flip its fins. We saw another one shoot its little fountain up in the air, spouting. And we were sorry, but our camera activity wasn't fast enough to get it. So here's the best we can do.
Can you make it bigger or something?
Nice one. Another one. Oh, I think he snagged up on it. He lost it. Huh?
No.
Money comes in here from
This is
all
just
over the
bigger.
world.
Yeah. Once you're getting sewer, it's just one
If you wish, you could be treated to a cruise tour or to a tour of Denali Park. That's about 150 miles north of here. Don't move. This is what we'll have for the next 500 miles, perhaps. Leaving Anchorage and going down to the Kenai Peninsula, down to Homer, perhaps, and Seward, perhaps. No birds, but here's their tracks. Once again, we're looking for salmon, but this is not the salmon season running of the year. So just nothing out there. There's moose and so forth out in the meadows, though. Beautiful day in Alaska, just south of Anchorage, going down into the Kenai Peninsula. This will be ending our tape, and most of this trip then will be on the next tape.
We know very well that they've been in here.
This is a picture of two snowplowers. One for my front steps and the other one for the railroads here in Alaska. We're looking out now at Turnagain Arm. When Captain Cook was looking for a place to enter into the mainland, he had to turn again, another disappointment. But this sort of wraps into